guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be giving you my evening skincare routine. If you watched a vlog of mine from a few weeks ago, you'll know that I got a chemical skin peel. It's not the one that actually peels all of your skin off, it's a bit gentler than that. But because I got that done, I've been adopting a new skincare routine at night time, and I'm using the products, the same ones as the products that were used on that day when I got the skin peel. So I'm going to show you what I've got. The peel I got was designed by a company called ZO Skin Health, and it's by Dr. Obagi, who is renowned in the skincare industry. He goes by the concept of treating the internal issue of your skin rather than just making the surface feel really nice and smooth, which is probably the reason why I get the same breakouts all the time. And I think it's just because I'm not actually treating the issue, I'm just kind of like masking it, bleaching it, covering it up, making the skin surface feel nice, but I'm actually not getting right deep into the epidermis of my skin to get rid of all the impurities and the toxins and everything that goes along with that. With that being said, my wedding is around the corner. I get married in March next year, and I just feel like I cannot take the risk of having a breakout at my wedding day, before my wedding day, and I just really want to try and get my skin to a place where it's really healthy. I think as well, because I do all these videos on YouTube, I feel like when I get a breakout, I'm almost not allowed to have a breakout because it makes me feel really self-conscious, embarrassed, and all of those things. So I'm trying to really improve my skin's health, because let's face it, it is an organ. And yeah, I am using the ZO Skin Health at the moment. I think this is actually a starter set that I picked up, because these aren't the full size products, but these are called the 5 fundamentals, and everyone can use these. So I am just going to show you what I use. You can use this in the morning or the evening. I use it in both morning and evening now, but I definitely do all steps in the evening, and I've noticed a big difference in my skin. The surface feels better, my complexion looks more smooth, and I definitely noticed that all the impurities are starting to come to the surface. So as you'll see in the moment, if I show you a quick overview of my skin, I've got makeup on at the minute, but it's been on all day, and I've had 2 kids at bath time. Most of it's kind of steamed off, so you can actually see the impurities or any of the kind of scarring or anything I've got on my face. So at the moment, I always break out here, here, on my nose, round here, and on my chin area. And although I've got spots at the moment, they're actually quite flat. These ones came out a few weeks ago. This one's new actually. This one came out maybe about a week ago, and it's starting to flatten down now. So definitely feel as if the actual issue is being addressed and I'm not just masking it up. If you want to know where I got any of these products from, I will list them, because ZO Skin Health isn't really available in the UK as such. I think it's quite new to where we stay anyway, and there's a place that I go to called Kirkintilloch, and it is in Kirkintilloch, which is just outside Glasgow, and I think they'll actually ship these as well. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, I think a lot of people are really excited that understand skincare, that this has been sold quite locally to us. Definitely check out Oaktree. You will probably find all of that listed in my description box anyway, if you want to have a go at these, because they actually have to be prescribed. You can't just buy them over the counter like you would with any other products. I mean, I must admit, I'm a massive fan of like Elemis, massive fan of Lizelle, all of these other kind of over-the-counter skincare brands. I really am, I must admit, but to address the actual issues with my skin, I think I really need to start using something like this to bring out all of those impurities, and then I can just maintain things as I go along. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to using this and showing you what I actually do. I've done this on Fraser as well, and literally every blackhead on his nose disappeared. He was amazed by it, and that's a guy's perspective. Also, just to point out guys, I've got quite sensitive skin. They say that that's actually just an immune response to skin impurities. It's not that anyone actually has sensitive skin, but my skin, as soon as you touch it and rub it, it goes red instantly. So that's an issue that I've got. I've also had quite bad acne in the past. I've got some scarring, and I've also been on Roaccutane or Roaccutane, depending on how you pronounce it. And yeah, I've been chemically treated by a dermatologist for several things. I've had microdermabrasion. I was also booked in for dermaplaning, which I never went for. But yeah, I kind of tried a lot of things to try and get rid of a lot of the impurities I've got, and I've noticed a big difference while using this over the last few weeks. So yeah, thought that's why I would make a video on this, to kind of share it with you, because I know skin problems are a big issue for some people, and yeah, it's nice to sometimes get to know something that you've never heard of before, because it probably could be like a game changer for you. So the first thing I'm going to do is wash my face, and I'm going to be using the Ofex Exfoliating Cleanser, which is for normal to oily skin. This is literally just like a cleanser that's got like microbeads in it. It's not too exfoliating, it's gentle for everyday use. And yeah, I'm just going to use this with a little hot flannel and some warm water, and just work that into my skin and make sure that I get all of my makeup off. Okay, and then the first thing I would do is just take a little flannel, and I get these ones from Poundland. They're just basically 6 baby washcloths, and they're obviously are 6 in a packet. They're obviously £1 as well, which are really affordable. And I like these because they're like a nice small size, and they also dry very quickly once you wash them. So I'm just going to take this little pink one, and you can get them in different colours as well if you're interested to know. You can get blue ones and yellow ones. So I'm just going to turn the water on and just make sure that it's not roasting hot, but it's a nice tepid temperature. Okay, so I've got a nice little basin there of nice warm water, and I've got my little cloth here, and I'm just going to take this and just go over my whole face with warm water just to open up the pores and try and get some of the makeup off before I head in with the cleanser. Okay, so once I've dampened my skin again, I'm now just going to take some of the product, literally just a little bit on my fingers like that. Like you can see there's little beads through it, but it's not too crazy, it's not too rough on your skin. And I'm just going to take that across the centre of my face, down up underneath my nose, and then up on top of my head. And I'm really going to work this in, almost as if I'm trying to break up those little beads, and just really try and get all of the impurities out of my pores and make sure that all my makeup's off, because really that is half of the battle with like whiteheads and things, is that you've not got all of your makeup off properly. Especially if you're like me and you like to wear a lot of makeup, then you really need to make sure you're spending at least as much time taking it off as what you do putting it on. Okay, now once that's done, I'm just going to take that little cloth again, which is nice and clean now, and take all of that off. So now I'm going to move on to my favourite product in this whole range, and it is the ZO Skin Health Effects Exfoliating Polish. Now this is a hero product for me. This is like a holy grail when it comes to skincare. I instantly fell in love with this. This little pot here is absolutely incredible. It is so concentrated. It's the most concentrated exfoliator I've ever used, and normally exfoliators break me out, make me dry, all those horrible things. This literally looks so creamy, but it's not. That is hundreds and thousands of little tiny microparticles that are going to buff out all those impurities in your skin. And what's gorgeous about this is when you use it, it tends to leave like a nice sort of, I want to say oily, but it's not oily like you feel you're going to get a million spots. It's like a nice residue in the skin, so it makes you feel like you don't even need to use a moisturiser, which is mad considering it's an exfoliator, it's a polish, it shouldn't be like that. But since I've been chatting, my face has dried up, so I'm going to use my little cloth again to dampen the skin, and then I'm going to take literally the smallest bit of this. This will last forever because you hardly need anything, like literally, that's how much I'm using. That's it. That's how much I'm using. Literally hardly anything. You can just hear it already. So I like to try and make sure I've got it all over my skin nice and evenly first before I start going in and working it into my skin. Okay, I always like to start off at the sides of my nose because that's areas where I get little blackheads, little whiteheads, and also dryness. So it's almost like I'm not getting rid of enough of the dead skin, and it's just gathering and making spots and just not letting my makeup go on very well. So I'm going to get right in here, and you can be really, really rough with this without your skin breaking out, which is incredible considering it's a polish. So yeah, I'm going to get really rough in here, and then also right on top of those spots that have come out, I'm going to go on and go quite fast and quite rough on those areas as well. So I'm just going to take a bit of water on my hands and just rub that in, and try and rub away a lot of those little microparticles and microbeads off of my face. Now, if only you could feel how soft my skin is after that. It feels so smooth. Okay, there's a spot there and there's a spot there. Right, I've got impurities in my skin, but the rest of my skin feels amazing, and I just wish you could see how nice and glossy it is. It's so shiny and so perfect feeling in other areas, but actually it doesn't bother me too much about the spots. And the last step that I use in the evening is just by taking my Essential Daily Power Defense Anti-Aging Formula, and this is just like a lovely gel that just defends your skin, it closes the pores back up again, and it just feels so nice and gentle on your skin. It also helps protect those areas of sort of sensitivity and just helps them to repair. And this is such a lovely calming gel. I normally like to just press it in like this, because otherwise I feel like you just move the product around, and I really want it to just get really deep into my skin. That's what I would do of an evening. I would just stop there, go to bed, and that would be me. If this was in the morning, then I would be taking my sunscreen and primer. This is like silk. It is so good. I literally just take a tiny bit and I would work that into the front of my skin, the top here, just to take away any of that real shininess. I do love the glow, but it mostly just helps to prime and prep the skin. So guys, I thought I would come on here and show you my skin in the morning once all the redness has calmed down a little bit. And as you can see, it is really smooth. All the little blemishes I've got from yesterday, I've started to flatten out, and this is only like my second week using the product. That is completely smooth, that's a little bit bumpy, that's smooth, that's smooth. That was that big spot yesterday that was like really sore and getting to that point where I felt like I needed to pop it, but the exfoliator is just taking it right off, and it's like a little red mark just now, but I don't have any makeup on, so that is the reason why it looks a bit red at the moment. And yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I just feel like if you've got skin that really suffers with breakouts, then just give it a try. Definitely get the wee starter pack. It is really good skincare, and I think that sometimes there's so many things out there. The market's absolutely saturated, and sometimes you just need a recommendation from someone on something that actually works. I can't wait to see what this is going to be like after continued use, because at the moment it looks pretty good. I'm feeling quite confident about myself. Yeah, okay, I've got like red breakouts, but they're flat, they're easy to cover, and I can deal with that if I know that they're just not going to come back again. Very pleased. My skin looks nice and radiant, and I'm really pleased with it. It looks good. So I'm going to go just now. Hope you enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.